Hello. Hi. Hi, chat. Ah, thanks, Eli. How are you all? How are you all? I'm sorry I'm a little late. Mama Crow wanted to talk. Oh, should I got guys. Me and Mama Crow, we went shopping yesterday. For those who don't know, Canada has a big retail store called the Hudson Bay. They're closing, like they're going out of business. So we went to go shopping there to see what sales we could find. I found myself some leather shoes. I found myself these really, really nice leather, what is it, snake print shoes. They're like black and they look like they're like snake skin. And they've got like these super noticeable black stitching everywhere. They're like peak goth loafers. And I love them. Buy the whole store. I wish I could, but I honestly didn't fit 90% of the clothes I tried on. I've told you guys, like, I'm really, really, like, tiny IRL, and, like, that's not a joke. I only managed to find one article of clothing in the entire store that fit me.
Oh my, already 9 months Corey no 8 heart hello Corey, hello chat Corey no 8 wiggle.
Hi Phantom, thank you so much for the 9 months. You crazy. But yeah, I only managed to find one article of clothing that fit me, and it was an extra small in a designer brand. I tried on this really, really cute white tennis dress, and it was an extra small, and it was so big that on each side of my body I could grab it, and I had 4 inches of fabric available on either side of my waist. It was so massive, and I'm here like, I know I'm a 000 in pants, but come on! Why me? Also, it doesn't help that Canadian sizes have been slowly creeping and getting larger. So what used to be a small is now an extra small. I'm crazy, no you. Fuck, Uno reverse now. 000? Yeah. I am the crazy person that wears the pants that have the 3 zeros on them. I'm so small, I fit into kids' clothes. Guys, I'm almost 27,000 years old and I fit into frickin' children's clothes. What is that? Okay, let me put it, so how do I explain what a 000 pant size is? You guys know how, like, in, jeans, you have, like, a size 2, a size 4, a size 6, a size 0, a size, like, 12, 18, 20, that stuff. Well, there's technically a size smaller than 0. There's technically actually 3 sizes smaller than a 0, but trying to find a quadruple 0 is, like, very hard, and most stores do not carry them in store. I happen to be the smallest sizes carried in store, which is a 000, but it only is available in certain cut clothes, so it makes it very, very hard to find pants. Also, tops. I have very small arms. I have very thin arms and very long arms. My clothes would be a trap for you. I would have a tent. Yay. I like wearing oversized clothes, like, for certain things, but obviously I like to wear, like, tighter clothes too. Not a trap, a tarp. Ah. Whee! But yeah, no, so we went shopping. I did buy myself a really nice sweater, and I found myself some nice goth Converse. I love them. I love them. They're so cool. I have to treat the leather. I have to like do the protection to the leather before I can wear them. But yeah, you might be small, but your voice is big. Hallelujah. Anyways, I'm off to work. Bye, Eli. But yeah, today, a little change in plans. I managed to find someone who has the entirety of Caleb's new myth up for me to watch through. I'm not going to be pulling for Caleb's myth, obviously, because Silas's birthday is literally right after, and I've been saving up for Silas's birthday. That was my whole plan, was to save for Silas's birthday, and I'm going to keep saving. I'm at 140 polls right now for Silas's birthday, and I'm gonna keep saving. I'm only gonna use the free, like, limited time polls that you get for the event. And if I don't get Caleb's myth, I don't get Caleb's myth. That's fine. I don't even use him. I haven't built any of the characters besides Silas. Wonder why. All right, to the gaming room. I already have it set up. Thank you to the lovely Lavender. Thank you to the lovely Lavender over on the YouTube. Many of us know Lavender. If you're in the part of the Love in the Deep Space community, you know Lavender. Lavender already posted the entirety of, of Caleb's new myth. So we're gonna go through this together. I've never watched this before. It's gonna be fun. Let us go. Immortality once brought lasting prosperity to Philos, and yet even it couldn't prevent the stagnation born from an unchecked desire. When time ceases to be a limitation, the Philos civilization was unable to escape its inevitable decay. Ooh. With the expectation of the capital and its surrounding regions, which still clung to their luxurious lifestyles, most of the land had fallen into ruin. Remnants of advanced technology lay scattered across the planet, but a majority no longer worked. Or they were simply forgotten. I would say you're a simp, but I'm watching a cute anime crow girl, so I can't say much. Hi, that's fair. We're all simps here. Next part. Philosians longed for their former glory, but they had to accept the... No! Go back! But they had to accept the bitter reality of societal and technological decline. Imagine simping. Not me. Totally not me. The ruling elite of the Central District maintained their authority via strict surveillance. But beyond the illusion of grandeur lay something far worse. The more you traveled across the planet, the more you saw an empire in decline, and the signs of an unavoidable demise.
Can't relate.
Vicky, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub. Holy shit-a-roni. Thanks, Vicky. Holy shit. You are crazy. You are crazy. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the I still have my founder's badge. That's cool. Yeah, you'll still have your founder badge. You can always switch them out. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regiment. Ah. Brain function. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regiment could only cling to the life by relying on devastating weapons. Among the rebel leaders, a piece of intel circulated between them. The secret weapon that had crushed countless uprisings was a modified combat android designated as A01 from the fall of Philo civilization preface. Silver, hi! I found Lavender had the Caleb Smith up, so guess what we're doing?
We have lost control of X-02, requesting emergency response protocols to be activated immediately.
There you are. Can you hear me? I'll wake you up. We're going to get out of here.
Ooh, is that Caleb? Caleb! Real-time data of my vital signs flickered across the transparent glass of the experimental pod. A boy who's approximately my age and wearing a powered exoskeleton just like me touches my cheek against the barrier.
We finally meet, A01. I'm X02. There's been a security breach, and the laboratory's control system was hacked. We can only run away while they're trying to fix it.
Wait, why does he sound like child Caleb right now? Huh? Why do you sound like your child Caleb right now? A stranger opens the experimental pod and extends his hand towards me.
Let's run away, A01.
I am A01, a secret weapon created by the government. My body was modified and enhanced in a powered exoskeleton. My consciousness can be controlled as needed. People fear me, avoid me, and alter my cognitions. So why would someone... So why would someone reach out to me? Without thinking, I take his hand, pull out the tubes connected to my body, and step out of the experimental pod. The boy leads me through labyrinth corridors, and we dodge patrol robots at every turn. We break through several disabled barriers. I leave the lab fully conscious for the first time. Ooh. Orphan Laboratory is entirely underground. The boy leads me through a hidden passageway and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected, or the sound of our footsteps. Footsteps! Stop the party! The boy leads me through the hidden passageways and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected. Only the sounds of our footsteps fill the dark, empty tunnel. I feel like this is a sci-fi version of some stuff that may have happened before present time when we were little. I don't know. This is very, very interesting, and I'm enjoying it. We literally just started. We're in chapter 1. We've got a long way to go. At the end of the passageway lies a vast expanse of wild grass. The skies floats between night and day. In the gloomy darkness, the wasteland stretches endlessly before us. There's no telling how long it will take to traverse.
I'm sorry.
I hate when my footsteps are loud. Same.
I didn't expect the tunnel to lead us here.
The temperature outside is significantly warmer than the lab's. My body registers the heat.
Is it too hot for you? It's currently summer. The laboratory always felt the same, but it's different outside. The sweltering heat, the sweat, and the thriving trees. This is the summer I know.
The long grass grazes my calves and as the warm night breeze sweeps across the field. The vivid sensation is foreign to me. I keep moving despite knowing we could be caught at any moment. I feel strangely at ease.
Everything outside the laboratory is new. I'll take you to any place you want to visit. I guess you've only ever been sent to battlefields. You must hate areas like that.
Walking beside me, the boy seems lost in thought.
I've been sent to one of those battlefields too. It was a desert, and the war lasted a month. Some soldiers would search for fresh fruit during their breaks. There's this fruit that comes from a tree called Silver Glow, and it glows with a silvery white light. Even its seed shines.
His fingers encased in his power exoskeleton gently rest on my palm while he speaks. The cold, black metal traces my palm and leaves behind a seed that emanates a soft, silvery white glow.
I kept one as a keepsake.
I pick up the tiny seed and observe its soft light flickering through its patterns. Taste? Surprised, he lowers his head
Do
and
you
looks
want to
at me.
know how it tastes?
I nod, and the corners of my lips immediately curl into a smile.
If you want to try it, we'll find those Silver Glow fruits. Now you have a place you want to visit.
I pause and turn to look at him with his holographic visor but his holographic visor hides his expression. Why do you want me to have a place I want to visit?
Because then I'll have somewhere I want to go too.
I don't understand.
It's because I'm your friend.
His voice is clear and certain.
My job is to take you to the places you want to visit.
As if reflecting the brightness in his voice, a golden ray of sunlight ignites the pale-colored horizon. A tender golden red glow spreads from the edge of the sky. It becomes more vibrant with each passing moment. Sunlight pierces the morning mist and illuminates the dewdrops on the grass. A dawn, unlike what I'd seen before, arrives. I can't help but stop and look up at the sky. Summer,
Is this the
daybreak.
first time you've seen it?
I don't remember. They erased my memories once I returned to the lab. My gaze returns
Once we're
to
out
his
of this
face.
wasteland, it'll be more difficult for them to find us. And the system can only erase memories it knows about. What we see now is ours alone. A secret between us.
After thinking for a moment, I point at him. Calming, encouraging, bright. Caleb. Secret. Hi, Brenda! I don't own the, hi, we're going through Caleb's, new myth. I'm the lovely Lavender has, uploaded the full process over on, YouTube. So we're watching that because I'm not pulling for the cards. I have to save for Silas's birthday. So enjoy me simping over robot booty. He seems to immediately understand what I say.
Is that a code? It sounds like a name.
X02. Caleb. He leans down and gently pats my head with his armored hand.
Can I use it as my name?
Caleb. His voice is lively and gentle.
Of course. I won't let you forget. From now on, we can experience this together every year. And Caleb will be someone you see every day.
He extends his pinky finger towards me. Perplexed, I look at him.
Hold out your finger, like this.
I hesitate for a moment, then raise my hand and extend my pinky. Our armored pinky fingers
Now
hook
we've
together.
made a promise. We'll stay together every day and never be apart.
Gun blast! Pew 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 pew. I should have known something like this would happen.
Located. Activating capture protocols. Use any means necessary.
Our promise barely began before it was broken in the cruelest way possible. I can hardly recall how I was captured. My mind is a blur of laser fired and soldiers collapsing under the floating blades. The place where I had first tasted freedom turned into that familiar battlefield in a moment. The boy protects me from the laser blasts. Oh, Lord! Back up a second. Blop, blop, blop. Give me back up a second. The boy protects me from the laser blasts. He falls in front of me.
Get out of here. Run.
I stab my floating blade into the soldier and ignore the wounds I continue to get. My vision blurs through the haze. I see his body dragged away by robots. Caleb. A dull thud resounds as a laser pierces my powered exoskeleton. I fall into the blood-soaked ground. Grass and the sky turns into a blinding blood red. Amid the sea of blood, a faint silver light flickers in my eyes. The silver glow fruit. I don't know when this glimmering seed fell, but it now rests beside my right hand. With the last of my strength, I struggle to wrap my fingers around it. This is the last image I remember before losing consciousness.
2 test subjects have been apprehended, commencing full examination followed by solitary confinement.
We are now robots. Beep boop ba ba boop.
Commencing comprehensive examination of the test subject.
That loathsome familiar voice invades my ear, but my mind remains foggy. My mom always tells me to stomp stopping my feet. Eli, stop making fun of me. I know I said stopping, not stomping. Oh my god.
A01. Energy signature. Destructio. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 91%. Comprehensive modification and repairs required. Initiating the memory extraction protocol is recommended. X02. Energy signature. Construo. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 78%. Prioritizing the extraction of its energy for A01's repairs is recommended. Activating memory extraction protocol for A01. Keywords are as follows. X02. Friend.
My subconscious is plunged into chaos as my body's face keeps appearing, as a boy's face keeps appearing in my mind. The scent of wild grass in summer and how plants touched my skin, the silver fruit seed, the sunset, our hooked pinkies, and a promise we made. A daybreak unlike any other, one that will never fade from my memory. X02.
Memory
Caleb.
extraction complete. We will now proceed to modify and repair A01.
I'm not dealing with tech stuff outside of my scope while listening to this. Same. I used that one day to remember someone who didn't have a name. My memories are once again consumed by a lab of battlefields. My body undergoes more modifications. Stricter control mechanisms are imposed on my body and mind. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. And then I'm sent to fight. I kill. I never get another chance to escape from the lab. But deep within my consciousness, I repeat that one name over and over again. Caleb. Experiment ID AX42B. Date Philos Philos calendar year. Beep 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 boop bap boop. Recorded by Orthan 17798. Objective: determine the nature and interrelation of A01's and X02's powers. Observe their behavior and responses under various environmental and stimuli. Access the planetary impact of their powers. Ooh, we're on Philos again! Ooh! Ooh! More Philos story! 10 years later, Orthan Research Bureau. As usual, I'm confined to the experimental pod. My mind is hazy, but I can still see and hear. I just return from the battlefield. Fragments of violent images still flash between my thoughts. I try to find one solace amid my chaotic memories. Whenever I think of the name Caleb, I get a moment's reprise in this endless loop. Oh fuck, I entered the wrong stream and now to excuse myself. No, Corin, come back. We're looking at Robo Booty today. However, the memories tied to that name are shrouded in fog. Boom, explosion, fire, blah, 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 blah. The silence in the laboratory is shattered. Violent tremors bring the seemingly sturdy walls crashing down. The transparent wall of my chamber breaks. In the dust, countless fragments reflect a single figure. A tall figure wearing a powered exoskeleton approaches. A mixture of familiar and strangeness grips me upon seeing that black armor. He reaches out and touches my cheek against the transparent barrier of the experimental pod.
Do you recognize me, A01? I'll wake you up.
I feel his fingers touch the crystal switch at my throat. He taps it a few times on the holographic panel that appears. It's as if a fog is lifted. My senses return to my body. My lips tremble as I look at the man before me. I search through my memories, but only one name surfaces. Caleb?
That's me. The rebels have attacked the Central District. They're looking for you, A01.
Huh?
The lab systems have been destroyed. We can use this chance to escape.
We? I don't know who you are. I only know your name.
I'm Caleb, your friend.
A friend?
All you need to know is that this isn't our first time escaping.
There's a strange familiarity in his words, which stirs my fragmented memories. I remember escaping with Caleb before. He is taken aback. Then he extends his hand towards me. Oh.
I promise, this will be our last escape.
Robo glasses.
The test subject has escaped, requesting interception immediately.
The laboratory collapses under heavy bombardment, but the robot continues their relentless pursuit. We end up fighting our way out. Caleb leads me to a hidden underground warehouse, where, to my surprise, an aircraft awaits. He skillfully pilots it and takes us into the clouds despite the intensifying gunfire.
I've never seen anything like this.
Commercial! Woo!
One sip of
No,
new
not
infused
commercials.
iced tea, and he knew
Chat, look
he
away,
had
we
to
have
share the
commercials.
flavor with everyone.
I gotta love YouTube. Gotta love YouTube. Hi, Kodo! Back to our regular scheduled Robo Booty. The aircraft slices through the sky, and the massive laboratory is already out of sight. Does this mean we've escaped?
Not yet.
I'm doing good. I don't have the Caleb cards, but thanks to the lovely Lavender over on YouTube, the full story is already up. So we're playing through that right now, just using Lavender's YouTube video, because I'm saving up for Silas.
Warning. Multiple aircraft detected. Estimated hostile forces exceed 200 units. Immediate action required.
It looks like the government is more interested in capturing you than fighting the rebels.
They want me as
They
a
won't
weapon.
last long without you. But the rebels won't let you go either.
Are you scared?
This is our last escape. We either succeed or die. Being captured isn't an option.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, I'm saving for my husband's birthday, which is literally right after Caleb's myth. So if I pulled for Caleb's myth, I would have nothing for Silas's birthday. And considering I've been saving up for Silas's birthday for a while, I decided I was going to skip Caleb Smith. Outside the windshield are swarms of aircraft piercing the thick clouds. I stand and walk towards the cabin door. They'll try to shoot us down.
You're the
Protect
one
the
I need to
aircraft.
protect.
Before I can react, he's already
This
behind
is our
beside me.
escape. I won't let you fight alone.
Caleb opens the cabin door. A dark, gloomy forest spreads from his palm and suspends our aircraft in midair.
I'll help you.
Evil? Ooh. I nod and leap out of the cabin. Whee! Whee! Held aloft by an invisible force, I summon my floating blades. A giant black sword swiftly strikes the approaching aircraft one after another. Thick smoke engulfs our vision as enemy aircraft burn and explode. They're like a fireworks display celebrating our escape. Endless lasers weave a net of destruction, and it's impossible to avoid. Both Caleb and I are struck. I'm used to pain, and we have no other choice this time. The last enemy aircraft is sliced in half, and it plummets to the ground. I look down at the burning wreckage far below. An exhaustion I've never felt before hits me. The injury-induced dizziness returns. I fall backward, yet I don't plummet from the sky. A pair of hands catch me from behind, and my body relaxes. I can trust the person holding me. You can trust Caleb!
Emergency protocol has been deactivated. Switching to autopilot mode.
My mind is still a blur. I groggily open my eyes to see
We're
him.
leaving the central district. They shouldn't be able to catch up to us for now.
Resting on the floor of the cockpit, I watch as he kneels before me to examine my injuries.
Your mechanical body is severely damaged. I'll do my best to repair it.
He gently lifts my hand and turns my palm upwards. His other hand aligns perfectly with mine.
I suspect this is your first time being repaired while conscious. You might feel some strange sensations, but that's normal.
Our connected mechanical parts seamlessly shift and form a transfer port and lock our palms together. What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Excuse me. You're just telling me we docked with each other? Like, what the hell is happening? I'm not sure if I imagined it or not, but I feel a cold energy tingled with pain flowing into me. I try to pull back my hand, but Caleb gently squeezes it. Our fingers intertwine.
Just a few more seconds.
A sharper pain crashes into me, and I feel as if every wound is set aflame. My body burns, and my mind teeters on the edge of chaos. It hurts. Caleb, it hurts so much. He stiffens for a moment, and then he carefully
okay.
moves. Oh, go back. And he carefully moves his other hand to pat my trembling back.
It'll be okay. I was always the one to repair you when you returned from battle.
Ooh. I instinctively hug him with my free arm and rest my head on his shoulder, as if this gesture could somehow ease the pain. Don't leave me.
I won't. I will never leave you again.
The burning pain inside me gently subsides. The energy flowing through me changing from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. I slowly close my eyes and feel an
I won't.
Boop, boop, boop. The energy flowing through me changes from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. I slowly close my eyes and feel an unprecedented sense of peace in my heart. Deep down, I believe that when I open my eyes again, I won't be alone anymore. Ooh, ooh. The two of them are, oh, it's so sweet, but it's also like the euphemisms. Caleb gently places the girl in the cockpit in the co-pilot's seat as a desolate landscape appears outside the porthole. Even though the aircraft has left the central district, he doesn't feel relieved. His energy is fading. He could repair her damaged body before, but now he can't even restore her to a stable state despite using all his strength. Their powers are bound to the same source, so as one grows stronger, the other becomes weaker. His decline can only mean one thing. The Destructio energy is getting stronger. Coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf this planet, and when this energy grows unchecked, the first thing that is destroyed is the vessel containing it. Can I vent quickly? Sure, what would you like to vent about, Vicky? What is on your mind? Is it about how Caleb has really nice bitties? And there's a random hissing and crackling sound when the VA says S. Ooh, that is not good. That is bad. This is not good. If I'm being honest, I haven't been able to play a lot of like Genshin story quests because A, you guys know I have dyslexia. So with no voice acting, it's been really hard for me to get into the story quests. Kill has a juicy booty in the mech outfit. I saw. They have good mics, but the fuck do they break on the letter S? S's and P's are very, very hard when it comes to mics because they produce a lot of outward force of air. So they normally can cause a bit of peaking on mics, from what I understand. Juicy booty, you called? Experiment ID A01UW175. Philos calendar year. Recorded by Orthan 17799. Objectives. Use visual and auditory stimuli to make A01 intermittently aware of X02's existence and observe her reactions. Analyze A01's emotional state and energy fluctuations to access the fundamental attraction between the two. Evaluate the stability of A01's autonomous consciousness and behavioral patterns after becoming aware of X02. It's like, come off, I keep saying Potter! I don't know how long I've slept. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a small rocky cave. A small campfire burns in the cave entrance. A familiar figure is looking into the dancing flames. I slowly step outwards to see a vast desert. Caleb hears me and quickly turns around. His holographic visor is gone. I
What's
can't
wrong?
help but stare at him.
Do you feel unwell?
I've never seen your eyes before.
Did they look weird?
I walk up to him, cup his face, and look into his eyes. I don't blink. Your eyes, they remind me of a
What
scene.
kind?
timing, good timing, good timing, Grex. Good timing. An image surfaces in my mind, a sky floating between night and day from many years ago. The summer sky just before
That's
sunrise.
something we saw 10 years ago. How much do you remember?
I shake my head. Only bits and pieces, and your name.
9 times 3 is 27. Smile, 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 Greg not.
Greg not? Why Greg not? Thank you so much for the 27 months, though, Alien. How have you been? I hope you're doing good. He falls silent, then he pats the spot next to him.
Are you hungry? Let's eat something.
He gives me a fruit. Its red spines were burned out. 3 Twitch babies. What do you mean 3 Twitch babies? What? Huh? No. It's not a nutrient nugget? His expression becomes one of
We're
utter
no longer
disgust.
in the lab, so we're never eating those things again. These are red thorn grass fruits. They're rich in protein and nutrients.
Vicky got it? Huh? Oh! I get it now. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. I see. I've had 3 babies. Got it. Got it. Understand. I understand. I understand now. I understand now. I'm not. No pregnant jokes. No. No pregnant. No. Gregnot, Gregnant. Woman, please shut up. I take the warm fruit and bite into it. Slightly charred and crispy, it's salty. He closely watches my reaction.
Do you like it?
It's not bad.
Here, try this.
He speaks in a more cheerful tone as he gives me a berry with a blue and white stripes.
It's a blue stripe berry. Perfect for quenching your thirst.
I pop it into my mouth. Cool, sweet juice encases my tongue. Just meet up with Silas. You can fix that. Have I ever played Fire Emblem? I played Fire Emblem many years ago on my DS. I haven't played any of the recent Fire Emblem games. I can't even tell you which one it was because I don't even know. I don't have the game anymore. I traded it in so I could get other games. For a long time, my taste buds only knew the artificial flavor of nutrient nuggets. But thanks to this single berry, the world beyond the lab has revealed itself to me. It's sweet. So this is what sweetness tastes like.
You like it, right?
Have you ever drawn fan art of the series? No. No, this was before I ever, had... VC didn't play Persona. She played Fursona. Shut up, I have played Persona. Actually, I have Persona 5 Royal, which we can still play because I haven't played it through yet.
Right? I'll remember that for later.
You seem to be knowledgeable about these fruits.
I was deployed in a desert once. The environment and vegetation were a lot like this.
A sense of familiarity washes over me. I reach into my pocket and pull out the silver fruit seed I've kept hidden. What about this? Do you recognize it? Surprise flashes across Caleb's face, and his eyes light up like they've caught the fire's glow.
You kept it this whole time.
Huh?
It's a seed from the silver glow fruit. The fruit itself looks like this.
Before I know it, a fruit emitting a soft, silvery white glow appears in his palm.
Do you want to know what it tastes like?
I nod and bite into the fruit. Sweet and sour flavors blend on my tongue. There's also a hint of bitterness. The taste is hard to describe in one word, but I don't hate it.
At long last, I brought you to a place where silver glow fruit grows.
FFS, my Twitch is acting up. RIB. Seeing my confusion, he responds with a relieved smile. Did we make a promise before?
Yes. This was part of it.
Do promises made many years ago still need to be kept?
They must.
His voice is gentle yet firm, and the moonlight watching over the wasteland casts a soft glow on his face. An emotion wells up inside me. I want to remember the promise we once made. PP! Hi, Phantom! After we finish the fresh fruit, Kayla puts out the fire and moves the spare sleep pod from the aircraft to the cave. The inflatable sleep pod quickly takes shape, and he starts. Yellow, yellow, and I'm doing my best, chat. He starts to set up another one. I don't need it.
This sleep pod will help your body and mind rest properly.
It's too cramped. I don't like it. I sit down and lean back against a rock wall near the cave's entrance. Pee-pee in this economy? Yes. Always in this economy.
Are you going to sleep like that all night?
Yes.
If you don't like the sleep pod, use it as a mattress inside the cave at least. Then you can stretch out.
The cave isn't any better. Caleb looks at the dark, cramped cave and seemingly comes to a realization. He moves closer to the entrance and sits down next to me. He positions himself as if he were my shield.
Right. You know, I also don't like being alone.
It's very windy near the entrance.
That's why this spot is mine.
I turn my head and our
In the
gazes
lab,
meet.
we were actually separated by one wall. And it was a mirror in my room. I didn't realize it was one way until it got destroyed. You were in the room next to mine and could always see me, right?
I nod as I recall the transparent wall. It was like a stage built for an audience of one, me. The sole actor on the stage was a prisoner, the boy in the other room. Confined to experimental pod and unable to make a sound, I was forced to watch his loneliness. And pain play out. I felt like an experiment.
Were you able to hear me?
All kinds of plants can grow in the desert. There are blue striped berries, red thorn grass, and the silver glow fruits you were curious about as a child. Would you like to go to an amusement park? I used the system to find the dreamiest one in all of Philos. And the amusement park floats in the sky. Even the clouds are pink and purple. I want to take you there. It's like a paradise. You'll like it. Anyways, I'm gonna go out with some friends. Good, have fun. Have fun. Don't worry, you can always ban them. Oh god. I heard everything you said in the lab. But only now do I realize you were talking to me. The wasteland's moonlight is reflecting in his eyes, and his expression seems more animated.
Then you must have heard what I said every night.
Good night, my one and only.
What about you?
I had no one to say those words to, so I never said them. He turned to look at me, and his gaze becomes
Have
serious.
you given yourself a name?
I paused before looking at him. No one has ever given me a name.
Well, now you have someone who will.
Corina! I know it said Lavender, but we're using Lavender's lovely YouTube video. So, Corina! lowers his gaze and carefully repeats the name several times. Then he looks up again. His features soften.
From now on, we'll hear the words we want to hear. Good night.
Good night, Corina! Good night, Caleb. I close my eyes and listen to his steady breathing nearby. I unconsciously rest my head against his shoulder. I slept well that night. No sudden awakenings, no dreams. Experiment ID A01X02HY04, Philos calendar year. Recorded by Orthin 17802. Objectives: create a simulation of the planetary threats that could arise from the energy fusion between A01 and X02. Research and design preventative measures to stop the energy fusion between A01 and X02. Good afternoon, Tenshi! Hi, welcome in! You're looking quite feral today! Thanks! Caleb doesn't remember most of the dreams he had in the laboratory except for one. It's a vivid dream that reoccurs frequently. Past the endless tunnels of space and time at the far end of the universe, a blue planet orbits peacefully. The planet's inhabitants closely resemble the people of Philos, but everything there is full of life. It's a stark contrast to the declining Philos. The images in the dream are vivid. He seems to know how the people live there and how the scenery flows. More importantly, the planet's energy always feels familiar and nostalgic to Caleb. It carries a unique aura of rebirth. Perhaps it's not a dream, but a distant memory. Oh my god! Oh my god, is this telling us that literally both Caleb and MC are reincarnations on Earth, and that Earth is a planet of reincarnation? That's why so many of the male interests have reincarnated on Earth? Because we now have 3 people from Philos, and they've all now reincarnated on Earth. Or have traveled to Earth. This is so interesting. This is so interesting. Oh my god, are we about to discover that Philos and Earth are directly correlated to each other? Oh my gosh. Yes! More lore! More lore! Give me more lore! We fly our aircraft to get as far away from the central district as possible. But the aircraft was hit by a heavy bombardment. It's constantly malfunctioning. Eventually, we're forced to take a risk. We land on the outskirts of the ruined city to look for parts. As we enter the desolate streets, wary and cautious eyes follow us.
Linkshire was once as lively as the Central District. And now, it's rare to see a new face.
A black market merchant greets us in an unremarkable corner of the old district. Despite her friendly tone, her sharp, scrutinizing gaze reveals her caution. Especially since we're still clad in combat armor.
So, where are you two planning to go with these parts?
I don't know what's more surprising, the lore or the fact that even though Corey loves this game, she has skipped all the lore scenes to the point of her only now discovering the lore facts. I have not skipped the lore scenes. I know the lore. I do know the lore. The problem is we're only getting little snippets of the lore. So we're getting more lore through this myth, and I am receiving more information, and now I am piecing things together, and I am like, yes, big brain crow, let's go. Before I can respond, a small hand tugs at my finger.
Robots?
I look down at the little boy and shake my head.
You don't look like everyone else.
She's my friend.
Sure, anyways, be right back. Okay.
Have you ever seen robots that have friends?
boy shakes his head.
I've always been alone. Is having a friend any different from being alone?
It's different.
Caleb glances at
Having
me.
someone always be there for you, it feels different.
But my grandma is always there for me, too.
You brat. Sorry about that. This is my grandson, Kolo. He hasn't seen many outsiders, so he's curious.
You're from outside? Which outside?
I hesitate. I don't know the names of the places on Philos aside from the Central District.
The edges of deep space.
The edges of... What's that?
It's the origin of all Philosians. Our ancestral homeland, basically.
I probably look just as bewildered as a little boy right now. Hold on, Chad. I have to close my door. I'll be right back. We're good.
There aren't many deserts between the cities there. People enjoy traveling to see all kinds of landscapes.
His expression is honest, as if he's experienced it firsthand. Did he get this from the cognitive domain system?
Do they have these? My grandma worked really hard to get them for me.
The boy pulls out several white paper ornaments from under the table. They're neatly
Paper is
folded.
rare on Philos, but on that planet, it's an everyday necessity. Almost every child there learns to fold simple objects.
His understated tone makes my mind wander.
What else? Tell me more.
Caleb casts a side glance in my direction, then he crouches down to be at eye level with the boy.
I'll tell you, in exchange for getting some unfolded paper. How does that sound?
Oh no, more ads! Gotta love these stupid ads. Yay, more story. When we left Lingshire, we took the aircraft parts and the precious white paper I'm holding right now. Back inside the aircraft, Caleb gets straight to work without even resting for a bit. Lying on his back under the control panel, he swaps out internal components.
Regulator.
I hand it to him, but my gaze keeps drifting to the nearby paper.
Are you curious?
Have you visited the edges of deep space?
I'm not sure. I don't remember being there, but these images keep appearing in my mind. They feel like memories from a long time ago.
As he finishes his repair and pushes himself up, I hold out my hand to him. He hesitates before letting his cold mechanical hand clasp mine. I pull him up. I don't have memories like that. He carefully studies
Is
my
that
face.
envy I see?
I don't know. But you look happy when you talk about that place. Is it even happier than the dreamiest amusement park on Philos?
I've never been to either place. But that amusement park isn't far from here.
Caleb raises his hand and taps the air to bring up a holographic screen between us. With his fingers, he draws a simple sketch.
There's a
on the
hover
screen.
train that weaves through the amusement park. It'll pass by the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster.
And the merry-go-round.
You remembered that.
I remembered everything you said, including the amusement park's coordinates that you kept repeating. I write out the number and heard Caleb say many times. I write out the numbers I heard Caleb say many times on the holographic screen. X 4352.74. Y negative 982.56. Z 1287.32. My hand stops exactly where his fingers rest on the other side.
You really want to go there?
You said it's a place that makes people happy. I don't know what happiness is. His expression falters for a moment. In the fleeting second, I can't discern the emotions in his eyes. Caleb places his hand on the holographic screen and makes it disappear. My hand touches his palm.
I'll take you to any place you want to visit.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but when our hands touch, in spite of the powered exoskeletons, an unexpected sense warmth. Hi, Vin! Hi, Dragon! Hi! I look up at him. Because you're my friend. He seems slightly taken back. Then a gentle smile appears on his face.
Yeah. It's because I'm your friend.
I didn't understand what having a friend meant before, but over time, I found my own definition of the word. Maybe I'll understand the happiness is when we arrive at the amusement park. Been a while? You've been alright? Oh yeah, I've been alright. I'm in the Lululand. I mean, I have been having some health problems and some family stuff that just has been popping up, but otherwise, I've been doing good. Caleb accesses the aircraft's control, and we take to the skies once more. We're no longer running away. We now have our destination. Experiment ID A01IE03, Philos calendar year. Recorded by Orthin 17802. Objectives: reconstruct the energy transmission network within A01 to enhance the test subject's absorption and release capabilities. Reinforce A01's powered exoskeleton and insert environmental adaptation modules to improve the subject's ability and stability in various environments. Orthin Research Bureau Report number 8675. That's good. I hope it all works out. Yeah, it should. I'm gonna be going for more tests soon, so. Whee! Caleb often woke up in the middle of the night when he was still in the laboratory, and there would be a severe ache in his chest. At first, he thought he was sick, but then soon realized the pain had nothing to do with his physical health. It felt like someone deeply connected to him was suffering, and he felt her pain through an invisible bond. Caleb knew she endured the wounds and the mental erosion and the torturous modifications. She had to bear the inhuman pain because of the destructio energy she was born with. He wished he could bear all the pain in her stead. This thought became a thorn in his heart, which grew only inward.
The story starts.
And we have the ads again, chat. It's ads again, chat. I hate the ads. So how are you doing, chat? You like the ads? I don't like the ads. The ads are stupid. No more ads. Free me from the ads. Release me from the ads. Freedom.
Approaching designated coordinates. Entering landing mode. Please ensure your safety.
Ooh, where are we? The aircraft has reached its destination, but the dreamy amusement park is nowhere to be seen. The remnants of the hover train lie scattered on the ground, as if to prove this wasn't just our imagination. The amusement park did exist at one point, but now its only rotting remains stand for us. Lost in thought, I stare at the wreckage.
This planet is big. There must be other amusement parks still present.
That won't be necessary. Well, you want an ad blocker? The problem is, I can't use ad blockers through OBS. They don't work, so. The ad is louder than you. I don't like them. Same. I turn around and calmly look at Caleb. It's okay not to know what happiness feels like. I've matured just fine. I start walking towards the aircraft, but he grabs my wrist.
Let me show you a magic trick.
Huh? He releases my wrists and deftly folds, unfolds, and refolds the white paper he got from the boy. Before long, he places a delicate white paper crane in my hand.
Let's see how far it can fly.
Although I'm confused, I play along. The small paper crane glides from my fingertips. It flies into the distance, and my gaze follows it across the desolate ruins. It circles back towards me, but just as I reached out to catch it, it levitates before my eyes. Why does this suit remind me of Tron? Silence? Because space age. Sci-fi, space age, Tron. All the same. Just one thing different. Bitties. Bitties and clear visible abs. I will not lie to you, chat. I've only been looking at his bitties this whole time. Ew. Did you use your evil? As soon as the words leave my mouth, I realize I'm floating. I look down and see Caleb walking through the air. He's heading in my direction.
The hover train is gone, but there's always another way to reach the sky.
What sci-fi design just slap in neon and in the crevices? Just slap on some shiny neon shit, some metal, some straps, see-through mesh. Sci-fi. During the previous battle with our pursuer's aircraft, I hadn't paid attention to the sensation of floating. But now that I'm suspended in the air, I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I've lost my balance. He steadies me, and the familiar pull of gravity returns.
For my next trick, I'll turn this place into an amusement park just for us.
The paper crane levitates and leads the way, Caleb holding my hand and guides me through the night sky. I need to get back into making neon art, to be honest. Fair, same. I have a lot of things I want to draw. From above, the amusement park no longer looks like a bunch of ruins. The Ferris wheel, roller coaster, and merry-go-rounds, they stand like frozen relics of a bygone era. The wind and clouds are woven to form a vessel beneath us, and I turn to look at him. He's beside me. Caleb.
What is it?
This feeling, I've never felt it before. Is it happiness?
If you like this feeling, then yes, it's happiness.
After thinking for a moment, I gently pull him closer. Tronny boy! He leans down. I see my lips. He leans down. I see my lips curve into a smile in his eyes. I like this feeling. So I'm happy right now. Caleb stares at me as if bewitched. It's like he's seeing something completely new. Hey, smitten like a kitten. Caleb's over here being like, oh my god, my girl smiled for me for the first time. Holy shit, wow. She may not remember me, but wow. Did I say something wrong?
Not at all. It's because...
He gently touches the corner of my mouth with his index finger.
This is the first time I've seen you smile.
I also touch the corner of my mouth. It curves upwards. Because I'm happy?
It's not just that. This also changed.
His fingers move to my neck, move from my cheek to the corner of my eye. Caleb, your eyes and mouth also changed. I touch the corners of his eyes and lips. Boop, boop.
Yes. Now we can see our happiness reflected in each other's faces.
20 boy looking at me like he wants violence. Wants to violate. Ah, yes, the 20 boy. But
You.
I still. Oh, up, 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 up.
Faces.
But I still don't know what makes you happy.
You.
He softly says a single word. The evening breeze tousles his hair, and the distant stars are reflected in his gaze. Just as I've come to understand happiness, I also understand what it means to have someone who's always been there for me. Memories of Caleb flash through my mind. Walking in midair, paper cranes, the wild wind blocked at the cave's entrance, silver glow fruit, campfires under the night sky. A familiar yet unsettling feeling sweeps over me, and my consciousness begins to blur. Is it just like those moments before my memories were erased?
Pipsqueak?
I lower my head. Through this haze, the crystal embedded in my powered exoskeleton gives off a faint blood-red glow in the darkness. My mind spins into chaos's embrace. Even breathing feels painful. As I collapse into the arms of the person behind me, a sharp sound charges towards us. A golden beam pierces the darkness and grazes my powered exoskeleton.
It's a surveillance drone. Get behind me.
Royale Tiger.
Oh, chat, we have ads again. We have ads again, chat. Don't worry, I've muted the ads for you. We'll be fine. We have muted the ads. Countless pairs of golden eyes suddenly light up the night sky. They're like a pride of lions surrounding their prey. More golden beams are woven to create an intricate net. They're trying to take Caleb and me. I try to summon my floating blades to counterattack, but my fading consciousness prevents me from using my evil. Damn, developers making reading time too short for each dialogue. The problem is, I'm not actually playing in-game Silent. I'm watching a video by the lovely Lavender over on YouTube because I've been saving up for Silas's birthday. And while I do want to see Caleb Smith's story, I don't have the capability to pull for him. So thanks to the lovely Lavender, we're going through this. So normally, you don't have to worry about the autoplay time. Play the game and murder. I do play the game. I'm just trying to save up for Silas. Look, okay, I'm trying. Silas's birthday. Yeah, think of Silas. Think of my husband. Think about him and his handsome face and his birthday card and the possible rerun cards and the more time I'm going to go crazy. Behind me, a golden beam strikes as it pierces my chest. AKA, she only cares about Silas. Correct. Murder everyone and take the money, loot dead bodies. Silence, you have a point. You have a point, Silent. Caleb catches me. Focused, he uses his evil to lift the passenger railroad card into the air. It serves as a makeshift shield. He carries me into the floating passenger rail car while lasers relentlessly attack its exterior. I can't hear the muffled explosions. I follow someone who did a Silas cosplay. It's kind of on point. Share it with me in the Discord. Go to Delulu Land. Share it with me on Discord. The dead don't need money anyways. Consider it their last act of kindness beyond death. You're right. My senses are about to disappear. Even the pain in my chest feels like a distant, phantasmal sensation.
Listen, I know your mind is in disarray.
I'm fine. You need to go. I try to push him away, but he pulls me back into his arms using an even greater force. He leans down into my ear. His calm voice is steadfast.
You must remember what I'm about to tell you. Don't go back to the aircraft. It's most likely being monitored. Return to Lingshire and take shelter in an abandoned house.
I can't leave you. The passenger railroad car buckles inward under ruthless gunfire. The increasing number of strikes is a warning. It won't hold on much longer. I'm trying to remember their username. Aye! No problem, murder frenzied time. Send me enemies to stabby stab. Murder, let's go steal all the bread of the world. Murder! Tonight we steal the bread! Caleb presses his hand against the back of my head. Our foreheads touch. There is no fear in his eyes, only a burning light belonging to someone who's already faced death.
You won't be taken back there, and you won't die. This is our last escape, I promise.
His other hand grasps mine, and the transfer ports in our palms connect. A flood of energy surges into me. It's not cold, soothing kind I knew before. Caleb, it hurts. The energy burns like a raging wildfire. It consumes every fiber of my being as if to hollow me out.
Don't be afraid. This won't take long.
A shrill, ringing noise echoes in my mind. An unfamiliar energy takes over my body. It drains whatever remains of my energy. I struggle to break free, but his arms hold on to me. Check thine DMs, my lineage. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Try this cosplay. Oh. Oh. Thank you. Nah, shove the bread down throats of enemies. As it softens, it gets stuck in the throat. Suffocation by holy bread. Yes, let us spread our lovely, lovely murder knowledge here.
Forgive me. This is the only way.
I suddenly realize he's exchanging his energy with mine. No, Caleb, you can't bear it.
But I'm willing to do it.
He pulls me closer. Our heated breaths mingle in as our bodies seem to merge.
I will give you my fate, and your fate will become mine.
The energy courses through my veins, being to calm every part of me. In a matter of seconds, my body accepts this new presence as if welcoming back something it had lost. A dull ache throbs in my heart as I desperately fight to stay conscious. Hope thy flat bread made of only flour, water, and hot ashes. A Popeye's chicken biscuit does it better. He responds with a small smile, and his warm lips brush against my eyelids.
Because I'm your friend. A close friend is willing to do this. To die for you.
In this close moment, I see his farewell and a smile. It's like our final goodbye. Our lips move, but the words I want to say won't come out. As my words slip into darkness, as my world slips into darkness, I see Caleb turn and walk out of the passenger railroad car. He levitates in the air as massive black swords materialize behind him. The floating blades forged from my energy now serve as his weapon. We need help, and you need a little violent excitement in your life. So that is just called our campaigns. It's fine. No, I also need help. We all need help here. A massive swarm of drones surge towards him to attack the newly reborn combat android. He raises both hands, gravity is warped, and the black hole that manifests shreds the machines into pieces. Caleb turns his head to take one last look at the passenger railroad card. Then he leaps into the sea of metal. The hell is Tronny Boy experiencing the future war Terminator style? I think he is. Or Caleb is like Terminator now. I wake up in the wreckage of the hover train's passenger rail car. All the surveillance drones have vanished into the night sky. They took Caleb with him. The sky floats between night and day as another summer sunrise looms. The amusement park has returned to being ruins. I am alone once more. It's literally the same gun sounds as Terminator. Probably because they all come from the same sound what the frick? Where they store all these different sounds. You can purchase them. The space around me feels like a laboratory, boundless yet still a prison. Caleb's energy is warm and calms like lake water under the summer sun. It carries the essence of life and hope itself. He took on all the pain and darkness, so I'd be left with this pure hope. If I were to ask him why, he'd probably never smile and give me that answer. It's because you're my friend. My heart feels the pull of a familiar force. I know Caleb is alive. He's just outside my reach. Instead of hiding in an abandoned house, like he told me, I searched the ruins of the amusement park without rest. The pull my heart feels grows weaker. I don't know what's happening to Caleb. What if the connection breaks before I find him? I force myself to move faster. I need to cover more ground. Caleb, wherever you are, please hear me, sense me, wait for me. I will find you. I'll wake you up and make you hear me say your name again. I actually have a vast knowledge of methods of torture. I guess history books share too much. Yeah, that's fair. I also know a bit about torture from history books. Ads! 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 Ads, chat. Ads. I lost count of how many days and nights I've traveled. I don't know how far I've gone. The ruins of the city rise in the distance. It looks like the outskirts of Lincolnshire. Light fades from the weathered buildings as another night approaches. A feeling swells in my heart. Caleb is nearby. Climbing over the rubble of a building, I see the setting sun casting light on a lonely wreckage of an aircraft. My heart races as an invisible force pulls me. The person I've been trying to find is close. Great, now the background looks like an abandoned city from Heavy Object. Most abandoned cities look the same. I move to the other side of the abandoned aircraft. Caleb leans against it. His eyes are closed and the cockpit's cables are connected to his back. The aircraft's energy isn't enough to repair his system. The scene mirrors the moment he found me in the laboratory. It's as if our fates had been switched. It's like I recognize that mound of damaged concrete when even the streamer gets paid in ad jail. Lol. Yep. Keeping my emotions in check, I approach him one step at a time. Kindled, 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 kindled. Hello. Hello, sleepy boy. Hello. His breathing is steady. Let's see if he reacts. I try to press it. Johnny boy getting violated with that breathing.
Target acquired. A01. Activating elimination protocol.
What? Excuse me? Caleb? Is something controlling him? Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh.
Error detected. Execute A01. Execute.
Caleb,
No.
please.
Command. Rejected.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. 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 Have you returned to me?
Are you hurt?
Don't think about my what? Oh, this is about to become necromancy. I think it is.
Seeking me out, that's dangerous.
You didn't want to be woken up.
If it's you, no matter what, please wake me up.
Oh, he looks like a little puppy. You can't spell necromancy without Nico. Nico. Oh God, at jail. At jail, chat. At jail. At jail. Chat, we're in at jail. At jail. Go away, at jail. Go. Go away. Go. Why don't you have ad blocker? I do. It doesn't work through Discord. I've mentioned this before. Leave me alone. Like he's a po- Get his face violated submissively. I support Caleb as we quietly head back to the Lingsha in case the drones are still patrolling the city's outskirts. His system has sustained heavy damage. We need to quickly find a safe place for repairs. The black market merchant who sold us the aircraft parts kindly lets us stay at her old house for now. Although it's worn from age, the room is tidy. A vintage floor-to-ceiling window takes up the entire wall, so the space is flooded with light. Caleb, utterly exhausted, collapses onto the bed. Powered by Norton, aka it doesn't mean anything. I gently touch his eyelids and feel a trace of warmth beneath my fingertips. Suddenly,
Don't worry.
his eyelashes flutter.
I'm fully conscious.
He takes my hand and turns it over. The various cuts and scrapes I collected from those days of looking for him in the ruins are revealed. His grip loosens as if he's afraid to cause even the slightest discomfort.
Were you uncomfortable these past few days?
Without saying a word, I press my palm against his. He understands and tries to pull away.
My system is fine.
I pin his hand down to the mattress and sit on the edge of the bed and look down at him.
Your hands.
My pain receptors have been modified, but you're not like me. I force his palm to align perfectly to mine, and my powered exoskeleton shifts as our transfer ports connect. Energy flows into his body, his wounds seemingly burn as they heal.
Let go of...
I use more of my strength to stop him from moving. His face slightly pales from the pain. This is how you repaired me before. I'm just returning the favor.
Don't waste your energy on me.
The energy transfer suddenly stops. I stare at my palm, shocked beyond disbelief. Caleb's system isn't fully repaired, but my energy is already drained. Unease creeps into my mind. Our energy levels are mismatched. You knew! He turns his head away to avoid my gaze.
I'll recover. I just need more time.
I grab his shoulder and make him face me. Our gazes meet. You lied to me.
Yes, I did. How are you going?
This man is a cyborg. If I see the Hachi logo anywhere on this man, I'm gonna lose it. Give Torani boy some bread and he'll feel
Punish me.
better.
I'll accept whatever it is you plan to do.
My fingers trail from his shoulders to his collarbone and move towards the center of his chest. Ooh, your punishment. Promise me that you'll never leave me again. Ever?
What if I break it?
My fingers stop just above the crystal on his throat. All it would take is one push to transform into something else. I know your weakness. If you break it, I'll make you my prisoner. He hesitates before taking my hand. He sits up.
Where will you
Trani
imprison
boy submissive! Yeah, Caleb is definitely submissive, for sure.
me?
I will shackle you to a place where we only
Are you
where we only
talking
know
about
about.
that planet at the edges of deep space?
You told me the people there call their living quarters a home.
Yeah,
And you said going home is a normal occurrence there.
yes. Normal, but important.
We have a home if I take you there?
Why do you want to go to that place with me?
Because you're my friend. A light from the window reaches his eyes and makes them shine like a nebula. Can I call you
Of
that?
course.
I move closer and wrap my arms around him. Of course it's Caleb. Those are always submissive. His presence surrounds me. For a moment, the cold metal of his powered exoskeleton feels seemingly warm. Caleb?
I'm here.
I rest my head against his shoulder. Now I understand what it means to have a friend. He wraps his arm around me. His embrace is even more, ever so gentle, as if he's afraid his powered exoskeleton might hurt me.
What does a friend mean to you?
There's someone I can't live without. Be right back. I'm gonna grab foods. Okay! He will be chained to the radiator and fed insulation. No, insulation's not good enough. We gotta feed him batteries. He's a robot. Wiper fluid. Can't pull his We gotta feed him motor oil and batteries. This man's a robot. He slightly leans back and leaves just enough space between us. Hesitation flickers in his eyes. Now you're cooking with gas.
You'll be older one day.
And you won't be my friend anymore when that happens?
When you leave the lab, you can live your own life.
I caress his cheek. Make him bend over and get plumped with gas. I'm allowing this. I'm allowing this. You gotta fill up his gas tank. It's like a car. I've seen that anime. He pauses before turning his head. His warm lips brush my fingertips, and his voice is as soft as a whisper.
That's not the answer I expected. But I like it.
I sit up straight and extend my right pinky finger towards Caleb. Back then, you taught me about promises.
So you remember.
All our memories are tied to the name Caleb. Oh, he actually does the pinky promise. Oh! I mean, we see his headlights popping out of the jacket the whole time. Fair enough. His eyes sparkle as he extends his pinky finger. Let's leave Velos and travel to a planet at the far edges of deep space. Our pinky fingers both encased in armor, hooked together just like back then. It was summer at that time, and now it's currently summer. The season has finally become an inseparable part of our life. Ooh, noticed your headlights? Be like those like cute Miatas that just like have those like headlights that like pop out, and you see people like going like doo 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 with the cute headlights. That's Caleb with his headlights, aka his biddies. Caleb and his biddies, they're flashing us. Chat, we're being flashed by the ads. Goodbye, ads. Experiment ID A01X02TM07. Date, Velos calendar year. Recorded by Orthin 17803. Objectives: install an active quantum interference module for A01 at X02 to ensure stable operation. 2. Set the following trigger conditions. Initiate quantum interference when X02's and A01's energy fluctuations maintained synchronized for an extended period of time. Boy, Caleb sure looks cold. Yeah. I can warm him up. Honk honk. For those on the run, a destination is like a beacon, a spiritual anchor guiding every step of the way. To each our homeland at the edge of deep space, we still have much to prepare. Linkshire was once a bustling hub of aerospace innovation. Now it's nothing but ruins with abandoned equipment. We found a small aircraft in an old warehouse on the outskirts. If it's modified and given enough fuel, it can fly again. We exchanged the aircraft we used to get here for the parts we needed with the black market merchant Helen. Caleb and I ventured into the city's desolate outskirts to hunt wanderers for their protocors. Those will serve as the source of energy for our spacecraft. As the days pass, our dream of departure felt closer than ever before. Yeah, VZ, romance the toaster. Let me just honk honk them biddies. I will romance the toaster. I will romance the dragon. Everything. After working very hard, we finally filled our pouches with protocors. It's currently midnight. But instead of heading back with our loot, Caleb and I are captivated by the scenery before us. A nameless lake sits on the far reaches of Linkshire outskirts. The humid night air clings to our skin. and the calm lake mirrors the brilliant moonlight in the sky.
I saw this before in the lab's system logs. Philosians missed the moonlight of their homeland, so they built an artificial satellite to
Think you
mimic
could
it.
cook Echoes with him? Maybe. We sit by the lake, I touch the water, and the cold ripples curl around my fingers. They soothe the heat coming off from
When
me.
we finally see the moonlight in our homeland, we'll remember this night.
It's so far away.
Yes. Anything could happen. We might not even make it.
I place my hand deeper into the water and watch the ripples spread out. It doesn't matter, so long as we're together. Caleb looks at me, then he
No
tilts
matter
his
what.
head. Ah, yeah. Then he tilts his head towards the sky.
No matter what happens, we'll always have the memory of tonight to hold close to our hearts.
He raises his hand, and a tiny spinning black hole forms. The small ripples in the lake's surface gradually turn into waves. They're drawn towards an invisible force. The water hovers above the lake. It forms a massive transparent sphere that sparkles with the reflected
On
moonlight.
that planet, they have something called a crystal ball. They're often given as gifts.
Are they also made out of water? I mean, he could be a literal oven. Shove eggs and flour in him, shake violently, mix ingredients, and let bake for 3 days. Ba-bam, baby. Empreg knowledge about Caleb. Oh no, we've made Empreg Caleb robots. Oh no.
No. The ones there are smaller. Sometimes they have tiny items inside them to create scenes.
He stands and holds out his
This
hand to
one
me.
only belongs to us.
Let the man buns work their magic. You see, big Caleb edition. Having floated before, I've gotten used to the feeling of my feet leaving the ground. Caleb puts me effortlessly into the sphere. The transparent water allows us shimmer with iridescence under the silver moonlight.
Hold on tight.
He guides my hand to rest behind his waist and wraps one arm around my shoulders. Our crystalline bubble begins to float even higher. Caleb, is this another one of your magic tricks?
A magician relies on illusions. But I want to make all your wishes come true.
Prismatic lights dance around us, refracting and reflecting endlessly. They make me feel like I'm inside a giant crystal ball. Yet his eyes shine as pure and bright as tonight's moonlight. All my wishes will come true? You think he's water cooled, or does he hum like a jet after a bit? I want to imagine he hums like a jet because he's a fighter pilot.
Yes. All of them.
I hold him even tighter. The wish I have right now has already been fulfilled. And freedom. No, I missed a part. Go back. The night is still, and all I can hear are our footsteps in the empty city.
Why are you staring at the ground? Are you exhausted?
Listen, our footsteps. They sound like they're going home.
You already think of it as your home, huh?
I watch our steps fall in and out of sync. I mean, us walking together is what feels like home. He slows his pace until we're walking side by side.
I'll remember the rhythm then. So from now on, we'll walk home like this, together.
Ah! I feel like he's playing another magic trick on me with his serious tone and how he says the word home. My heart is racing as if I'm engrossed in an enchanting performance.
Now you're the one who's slowing down. What's wrong?
He places his hand on my shoulder to steady me. Then he leans down and looks at my face.
Tired?
His compassionate gaze is so close. Not wanting him to notice my quickening heartbeat, I only nod.
We've been out for a while.
He suddenly stops, turns around, and crouches down in front of me.
Hop on. I'll carry you home.
Huh? I don't move, instead opting to stare at him.
It'll be faster this way. Don't you want to go home soon?
Tony Boy needs to drink extra alcohol. Someone get him F1 gasoline shots. High octane, handsome. Now that's some robot kink there. Y'all think Caleb takes regular or unleaded? How about chat? Are you regular or unhinged? Still feeling lightheaded, I climb onto his back. He lifts me with ease and walks
If you're
forward.
tired, close your eyes. You'll wake up at home.
I lean my head against his shoulder and let myself relax. Unhinged for sure.
What is
Caleb, I like it when you say home.
it? Then I'll say it every day. Let's go home.
I no longer care if he notices my racing heart, because I can feel his heart too in my chest. As my chest is pressed against his back, like mine, it's beating just as quickly. Our hearts are perfectly synced. The rhythm is exciting and comforting. Good night,
Good
Caleb.
night.
Content, I close my eyes and fail to notice the faint blood red glow from the crystal embedded in his powered exoskeleton. He's definitely a naughty Audie? Oh my god! Experiment ID A01, X02, and J04. Philos calendar year. Recorded by Authane 17804. Objectives. The interface control module via feedback signals will adjust the patterns of entangled particles to generate specific quantum states. These will target the neural networks of A01 and X02 to disrupt their consciousness. Monitor and document the destructive effects and quantum decoherence when the energy fluctuations of A01 and X02 converge. Boy built like a Toyota. Oh my god. Y'all stop calling Caleb a Toyota. Caleb is definitely more of a Lamborghini. He is at best a BMW. I hate you guys. Now this man is an audio, and this man is the audio of toasters. Oh, audio of toasters. I see. Shortly after exchanging energy with the girl and waking up, Caleb had an ominous premonition. The color change in his powered exoskeleton crystal and the brief haze clouding his mind made him remember the ruins of the amusement park. The girl underwent the same process, the crystal discoloration and the mental fog. Those symptoms had been transferred to him. After their failed escape as children, the two had undergone many modifications. Maybe this was a failsafe, a mechanism the laboratory had implanted to prevent another attempt. If we throw him in water, does that mean shocking death? When he carried the girl back to the old house, on his back that night, he finally realized the answer. The trigger was each other. More specifically, it was their feelings. The closer they became, the more they interacted, the faster their consciousnesses degraded. They were programmed to be the other's poison. This naturally formed bond was destructive, a catalyst designed to make them forget and hurt each other. Despite this newfound knowledge, he savors this sweet poison. All he wanted was to stand by her side and boarded the spacecraft destined to reach the far edges of deep space before the mechanism overwhelmed him. You know, he really is a toaster because you want to take a bath with him. Oh my god! The war between the government and the rebels had reached the precarious stalemate. The central district had been reduced to rubble. The flames of conflict spread to every part of the planet. Lingshire was no exception. Outside the window, an ominous red glow lit up the nights and was accompanied by faint, distant explosions.
It's me.
Helen rushes in with her grandson, Kolo. Both are disheveled from their journey, and her usual calm demeanor can't mask her
The
fear.
rebels are already at the city outskirts. It's sooner than I expected. We'll be boarding a large evacuation ship. You two should come with us. It's safer if we stick together.
If they find us, everyone on board that ship will be killed. Caleb and I exchange a glance. We know what we are thinking, the same thing.
Thank you, but our fuel is ready. We'll be leaving soon.
But your ship is a private spacecraft. It has never traveled that far. What if...
Do you really have to go? Where are you going?
Caleb pats the boy's head.
We're going to a place where the seasons change. We'll see life grow, a summer sunrise, and real moonlight.
Does this world have such a place?
I think Caleb is on capture. Caleb shows a slight smile as he glances at the boy. He turns to look at me.
If this world doesn't have it, then we'll find one that does.
Helen sighs and hands a metal box to Caleb.
Take this. It's the best warp drive I could get. And this is the communication key for our ship. Just in case. So long as you're within range, we can send a rescue shuttle.
Does he run on Windows? After Helen nods, Kola places a small communicator in my hand. Thank you.
You need to go to that world you're looking for.
Take care, children.
Boom, bam, explosions, chaos. We watch the massive spacecraft disappear into the sky. The flames of strife enter the hearts of the city. Scared and dilapidated? Dilapidated. Lingshire marches towards its funeral. Hey! Y'all think Caleb got dial-up? Apparently he's got dilapidated. So I'm gonna say yes. Oh, hi, Heffy. Hi! How dare you fart? Outside the floor-to-ceiling windows, buildings stand against the blinding flames. Thick smoke fills the air, yet the city remains strangely silent. Dilapidated. Dilapidated! I'm sorry, I have dyslexia. I couldn't read the word. Stop mocking the person with dyslexia. We have to leave immediately. Caleb goes to the warehouse to replace the spaceship's engine. I stay behind to gather emergency supplies. We meet up after I'm done. Now she laughs like monkey. I laugh like crow. I rush to the warehouse with everything I carry. Yet I see Caleb standing outside the spaceship with his back to me. I have nutrient nuggets, supplement concentrates, and...
X02. Command confirmed.
Huh? The crystal embedded in him emits a faint blood-red glow. I realized this happened to me when we were at the ruins of the amusement park. Caleb? I take a step and grab his arm, but when he turns around, his face and expression is expressionless. It befits someone that could be called the ultimate perfect weapon.
Carrying out orders. No. I'm not X02. I'm Caleb.
His unfocused eyes slowly regain clarity. The red glow from the powered exoskeleton fades. His body sways and I quickly steady him. Are your memories being erased? Is it because we exchanged energy?
Let's get out of here first. Once we're safe, I'll explain everything to you.
I have pizza and you don't. Fuck! I want pizza. Outside the spacecraft's viewport, Lingshear, consumed by warfare, sinks... Oh, I got... Oh no! Oh no! What is happening? No! What happened? What did I do? What did I do? I hit a button! I hit a button! No! I hit a singular button, chat. I have ice cream and sliced strawberries. Fuck you all, I messed up. Help. 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 Help me. Help. I'm in the water. It's because of dyslexia. No. Where were we? Nope. Nope, we're past this. We're past this. We're past this. Okay.
X02. Orders.
From his... Okay, we're back.
Everything to you.
We're back, chat. We're back. We're good. Don't help her. Let her struggle. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're on your own, buckaroo. Outside the spacecraft's viewport, Lingshear, consumed by warfare, shrinks into the speck of light in the distance. As the spacecraft descends, the entire planet seemingly spirals into an inferno. I pilot the ship, but my heart races as if it's feeling someone else's pain.
We have interference modules inside of us. When triggered, the one with the destructive energy will experience a degradation of their consciousness. Until they lose it completely. Then they must wait to be reactivated.
It's clear that those people feared weapons with a will of their own. Suppressing the bitterness in my chest, I force myself to stay calm. If we leave Philos, the module won't be activated. He lowers his gaze to avoid looking me in the eyes. That's when the truth hits me. I am the trigger.
Whenever our energy synchronizes, it activates the interference module.
My body trembles, but a soft smile appears on his face.
It's not your fault. They knew I couldn't stop myself from wanting to synchronize with you.
The countless experiments had dulled my anger and pain, yet they surged once more as they're reborn into my flesh. All of them deserve to die. But who are they? The researchers who modified us? The rulers who crave our power? The creators who gave us this energy? Or is it fate itself that's binding us to each other's shadows? Before me in the boundless universe, yet my hatred can only emerge with its unfathomable darkness. This should have been my burden. If Caleb didn't exchange his energy with me, he wouldn't need to suffer. I grasp Caleb's hand and try to connect to the port in his palm. Suddenly, something warm and sticky. I slowly turn over my hand. Dark red blood has mixed with the golden fluid in my palm. It flows down my wrist.
I'm sorry.
Caleb's smile softens as he opens his wounded palm. His transfer port has been completely destroyed. You bastard! You ripped it out! This bastard ripped out his own port so we couldn't sync with him. This bastard went full yandere on himself.
We won't be exchanging energy anymore. But at least, I got you onto this ship before I was taken away. I promised this would be our last escape. And I meant it.
Caleb, you're hurting my heart, Caleb! His grin sends waves of fear through me. I grab his arm. Caleb, don't you dare leave me. We promised to reach the far reaches of deep space together.
Warning. Internal energy fluctuations are intensifying. Hull integrity at risk. Immediate action required.
The floating blades. I can't control them for much longer.
Even if you lose consciousness, it doesn't matter. I'll always be the one to wake you up.
Warning. Spacecraft is under heavy bombardment. Shield integrity at 70%. A massive
Sounds like you're experiencing an Ex Machina moment. Affection and despair for a robot. Yeah.
Approximately 25 seconds. Please execute tactical evasive maneuvers.
This is perfect.
Huh?
Your fate is now mine. This is the last thing I can do for you.
No, no, no. He releases my arm, stands up, and leaves the cockpit. I try to follow him, but gravity pins me in place. A transparent door separates us. It's just like that barrier in the laboratory. But he won't be waiting for me on the other side this time. Caleb, no! Don't leave me! Caleb! Caleb stops in his tracks. He turns his head. Blah, 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 blah. He turns his head over so slightly.
I'm sorry. I failed you as a friend. Our promise to reach the edges of deep space together. I broke it.
I can only see one of his eyes. With it lies a gentle resolve that destroys my heart.
But the promise we had since we were born, I kept that one. Our bodies, minds, and spirits are from the same source. Even if it all fades away, my soul will always resonate with yours. Because...
His lips continue to move, but no sound comes out. This is Caleb's final goodbye. So get that emo robo crap out of here. Caleb has a secret he never told anyone about. It was born the moment he became aware of his existence in the laboratory. He didn't know if it was related to their shared origin, her being the center of his world, or the fact that she was herself. Yet, in the end, none of that mattered. Every reason began and ended with her. This secret was a seed buried in his heart, and over the years, it grew into winding vines that formed an invisible net. It bound him and made him want to bind her just as tightly. As the beginning and the end of those vines was a single thorn, one that grew inward. Their shared connection meant his soul was always destined to recognize her. His soul resonated with hers again and again because he loved her. Did you get extended warranty? The deafening echo of that love had traversed the sealed laboratory, the war-torn planet, and the inevitable end. Now it would finally fade into silence.
Independent combat unit detected. Multiple enemy vessels have been eliminated. The number of the fleet's pursuers has been significantly reduced.
Thanks, robot AI system.
Warning. Combat unit's vital signs are fluctuating. Severe wounds are likely. Warning. Combat unit is in freefall. Immediate action required.
The AI system voice reverberates throughout the spacecraft. With gravity restored in the cockpit, I open the transparent door. Outside the viewport, debris from the destroyed spaceships flies through the void like meteors. And there he is, the one I can't bear to lose. He's falling towards a final goodbye. Caleb, what makes you think my life would mean anything without you? I don't want to live in a world without you. Not even for a moment. There's a third option that isn't one person's escaping or getting dragged back to the lab. And maybe that's the ending I want. I touch the silver seed I always carry, open the emergency hatch, and leap into the void. Whee! Controlling my powered exoskeleton, I drift through space. In the distance, ships explode in silence. Their remains streak across the emptiness. The receiver built into my ear picks up a sound. The piercing screech almost makes me think it's an auditory hallucination. Isn't this Caleb's receiver? My intuition makes me look down. The figure in black is quickly falling. I hope your toaster is insured. Damn it, I knew I should have got the extended warranty. I should have listened to that strange guy that called me on the phone the other day and went, hey, excuse me, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Oh, I missed that, hold on. As I hear his faint breathing through the receiver, I push my powered exoskeleton's engines to its limits to fly towards him. Caleb!
You. How?
No! Not an ad! Why? Caleb was a shooting star. Can we pretend that Caleb is a shooting star in the night sky? I could really use a wish right now. Wish right now. Wish right now. Did you see the line up for the new Avengers movie? I have not yet. Don't give me any spoilers.
Turn back.
No. His own power is consuming him. To be honest, Avengers isn't as good as it used to be. I haven't watched many Avengers movies recently. I do like the comics still, but you know.
You should visit any place you want.
No. You are not saying that in my chat. This is where I want to be.
This path will only lead to destruction.
The world being destroyed isn't as scary as being separated from you.
We're from the same source.
Oh. Oh. Give me the message. In that case, facing destruction together will be our destiny.
Then it's a promise. In life and in death. We will never be apart.
Oh man, that kiss! I feel like I woke up from a long, endless dream. In that dream, countless nebulae were set aflame in a fathomless depths of space. They collapsed and a black hole formed at its center. There was an explosion. New stars were born. Then I heard a faint voice telling me a story about another world. In the chaos, it was the only thing I could understand. And that voice kept saying the same words. Go home. Let's go home. Constructo and Destructo are two forces that drive the evolution of civilization. These intertwined forces are interlocked in a perpetual cycle. Velos' empire rose from the advent of technology which granted immortality. Yet, beneath the glory were the seeds of destruction that had long since been sown. Immortality meant the end of progress. Their decay began the moment it was achieved. Immortality could not be sustained by immortal civilization. As destruction pushed this world towards its final moments, flames of hope were ignited elsewhere in the universe. It is a testament to the endless cycle of rebirth. From the fallen Philosian civilization, the final chapter. And that's the end! Thank you again to the lovely Lavender who posted the video up online so I could go through the story even without pulling for the cards. Man, this makes me want to get Caleb now. This makes me want to get Caleb Smith now. No, we must stay strong, sisters. We must stay strong for Silas's birthday. Oh, that went way longer than I was expecting. Holy shit, that took 2 hours. Well, chat, I guess stream today is just Caleb. No, it's just Caleb. Back to temple. We must stay strong for the birthday boy. Oh yes, we must stay strong for the birthday boy. Birthday boy, we must stay strong for him. Shrink Caleb, grow Silas. Happy. I am my happy boys. But yeah, let me go find someone to send you guys off to. Also, I'm gonna let you guys know for the next couple of streams, Lol, take care. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you guys for the next couple of streams, I'm not gonna be having spam up. There's problems with tits, and it's known by the developers. So for now, I'm gonna keep it down until I get the update that they have fixed it. Just so you guys knew. Who should I send you guys to? Who would you like to go to today? Let's see who's live. Ooh. I could send you guys to Sonako. Beautiful art. I'm gonna sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. I guess I missed Karina. Yeah, sadly. Slayish read. We went through Caleb Smith today. Do not worry. Caleb Smith, I will edit it and fix. I will edit out all of the ads, and I will have that up tomorrow on the Vods channel over on YouTube. VZ Vods. So go check it out there. Someone inappropriately funny. Oh my god. No, you're going to Sonako and they're beautiful art. You hear me? Go enjoy beautiful art. They're drawing Freerin. You'll love it. But yeah, I will probably see you guys either Monday next week. I want to kind of get back into Minecraft Monday. Obviously, I want to go find the dried ghasts. Because I want a happy ghast. I want to go fly around in the overworld. Well, thank you for the stream all the same, Karina. No problem, no problem. I will see you all next week. And yeah, go have fun with Sonako. Bye-bye.